news at 8 live from Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adelere. Here are the news headlines. Breath of Life actor Wale loses mom. We shall continue to put Rivers' interest first, Fubara. Student loan now stakes tax Tinubu on transparency. Now the news in details. British Nigerian Nollywood actor Wale Ojo, known for his role in Breath of Life, has lost his mother. Ojo made this known in a post on his Instagram account on Saturday. He wrote, "My world is crashed all around me. Mama is gone. Good night, Mom. I will miss you terribly, terribly." Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has said that his administration will continue to prioritize the interests of the people of the state under the mantra Rivers First. Fubara stated this during the praise night organized on Friday by the state government to mark his first year in office in Port Harcourt. The governor, represented by his deputy, Ngozi Odu, called for the support of the people in moving the state forward. He urged the people to contribute their quota to assist the administration in achieving its vision of advancing the fortunes of the state. The governor prayed that God will continue to move mountains on the path of the state and make it better. Fubara noted with happiness the spiritual administration and prophetic declarations during the event. He said there were manifestations of the victory which God has sealed in the state. We shall continue to have these shared visions of putting Rivers State first, but we can't do it alone. We need all of you, big and small, to be there for us, to chip in little or the much you can, and at the end of this, our first tenure, you will see where God will take Rivers State. Fubara thanked everyone who graced the occasion, especially the artists for the performances which included singing and dancing. I think there are spiritual administrations that they have made, and they have also made prophetic declarations that we all said amen to, he said. The event featured praise and worship songs in appreciation to God for the first year of Fubara. Among the dignitaries who graced the occasion were the governor's wife, Lady Valeria Fubara, former Governor Peter Odili and his wife, retired Justice Mary Odili, and Rivers State Chief Judge Justice Simeon Amadi. The National Nigerian Student has demanded transparency in the implementation of the student loan scheme. The apex student body in the country called on the federal government to appoint individuals of unquestionable integrity and competence to oversee the disbursement of the loans. NAS said this would not only ensure the scheme's success but guarantee sustainability. The national president of NAS, Pedro Obi, made the call in a statement made available to journalists in Abeokuta on Friday. He insisted that the federal government must take immediate and decisive actions to protect the rights and future of the students abroad. The statement reads, "To ensure the success and integrity of the student loan scheme, we urge the federal government to prioritize transparency and accountability in the disbursement of the loans, and this must be done by engaging all relevant stakeholders. It is crucial that government appoints individuals of unquestionable integrity and competence to oversee the disbursement of student loans. These appointees should be drawn from diverse backgrounds, including academia, finance, and civil society, to ensure a balanced and fair administration. We also urge the government to put in place transparent and effective monitoring mechanism to track the disbursement process and ensure that funds are allocated appropriately. This includes regular audits, public reporting, and feedback channels for students to report any issues or irregularities." While commending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for initiating the student loan scheme, NAS called on the government to engage all relevant stakeholders in the implementation of the scheme. According to the student body, the loan, if properly implemented, would not only alleviate the financial burdens faced by many students and their families, but is also capable of ending the mass exodus of Nigerian students outside the country for studies. Before the news comes to an end, here are the headlines once again. Breath of Life actor Wale Ojo loses mom. We shall continue to put Rivers' interest first, Fubara. Student loan now stacks Tinubu on transparency. Thank you for staying tuned. I am Odunayo Adelere. Have a good night's rest.
Good day to all our wonderful viewers and happy new month of June 2024. You are welcome to another edition of Let's Talk, brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. This is an online platform where you can always get an up-to-date information. And to you viewers, Thank you for always staying glued to this channel to get an up-to-date information, entertainment, and some other related topics that is of concern to you and me. And on this episode of Let's Talk, this is where we do the talk. We talk anything talkable and we discuss anything discussable that is related to something that is touching you and me in one way or the other. I am Teosi Adeshino, and with me in the studio I have
Odunayo Adelere.
Adelere is here in the studio with me. We are going to be rubbing minds on today's topic. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about, I don't want to say it is a misplaced priority, and that's the title given to it for this episode. Like, is the new national anthem a misplaced priority? Because what Nigerians are saying is that federal government should have addressed some other things. Like, there are a lot of things that should be addressed. We have the Labour lamenting that they want a new minimum wage. We also have Nigerians groaning and lamenting that this hardship is fucking too much for them. But meanwhile, what we Nigerians are thinking differs from what the federal government are thinking. So they believe that taking the action of changing the new national anthem might probably, in one way or the other, change the face of everything, which is not. Or what do you think? Like, the new national anthem, do you think is a misplaced priority or not?
Of course, to me, it is a misplaced priority, because when we talk about the problems Nigeria is actually facing right now, changing the national anthem is the least of the problem we're actually having in Nigeria. And if you look at the rate at which the speed they use in changing the national anthem, we have a lot of bills that have been passed in the House of Assembly that they just abandon them. Once it passes the first reading, we won't hear anything about the second reading. But within a week, within the period of a week,
get to the first reading.
Within the period, I'm just assuming they take it to the first reading. Okay, now look at this one that they passed the bill that whoever is found guilty of carrying hard drugs should be killed.
Should be killed, yeah.
I can't remember the last time they actually said something about it again. The last thing I heard then was when Oshiomhole countered the bill. And that was the last thing you said about it. But come to the aspect of the new national anthem. Within a week, let me just say 4 days max, everything was done, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, signed it into bill on the 29th of May 2024. But now, if we look at Labour are lamenting of the new minimum wage, which they want 494,000 naira, after deducting 3,000 naira. Now the federal government will be sitting with Labour. They are going to and fro, to and fro. I think this is the first time, I want to say, since the assumption of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of Nigeria, Labour actually coming out to do something that I would say they are actually making my head to swell up as if they put Gary inside cup. Because the Labour that I know since the assumption of Tinubu in office, they will just come out, they will say, in 2 days, everything is gone. But they said it, they stick to it, that come May 31st, if the federal government refuses to do anything concerning what they want as a minimum wage, they are going to go on an indefinite strike, which they already announced starting on Monday. Now you are now coming to change the new national anthem, which is the least. It is not, our national anthem is not even our problem.
Yeah, but according to what this presidency said, they said this is to unite the nations.
Is there no unity in the one that they changed?
There is, but like comparing the content of this new, this old new one, and to that of the one that we are used to,
there is nothing they can tell me about it. The one we are using before, which is Arise, O Compatriots, to this one, there is nothing. It's still the same thing to me. Because if you check the lyrics of Arise, O Compatriots, to O God of Creation, everything, the wordings are loaded. The wording that made up the anthem is actually loaded. And come to a God of creation, it is a prayer. Yeah. But I noticed that even the old one, the one that they turned to the old one right now, which is Arise, O Compatriots, we hardly sing the second one self. We all focus our attention on the first one, which is Arise, O Compatriots. We just focus on even schools that we feel they should sing the second one. They hardly sing it. So now you can't tell me because this old new one, because it's not a new one, old new one is richer than this one that they are changing it from.
Well, with the lyrics and with the content, like to me, I think it is rich, like in content. The fact that if you should follow the line by line, like if you should follow it line by line, you would see that it is very rich, and it is not left to our federal government to not take. What did you follow
Arise, O Compatriots line by line?
I'm just saying, like this one also, this one also should not be exempted.
That is why it is misplaced priority. If they are saying they want to change it because of the wordings that are loaded, the ones that they change it from is actually loaded.
From what I saw on the internet, netizens were saying that, oh, this is the first time Nigerians will be they will be made equal, both young and old. Like even the federal government, the presidency, the grassroots, the state government, this is the time like everybody will now start singing and learning this new old national anthem. Okay. So it makes everybody equal now.
Nigeria with LD, the old new one that they changed now, was they used it since 1960 to 1978. When they changed it to Arise, O Compatriot, have you forgotten that Nigeria was united then too? Everybody was learning Arise, O Compatriot, everybody was learning. So now it is not a new thing.
You know, talking from the perspective of the president of Nigeria, it felt like, oh, that one is, we are not making use of the lines again, of the lyrics. So he now decided to go back to the old one, like, oh, this is the one we are going to be using now.
Every country wants to move forward.
And also, Nigerians also are condemning this, that why should we be singing this particular national anthem whereby it was one foreign woman that
it was not a Nigerian that wrote it,
and that woman happened to be a
Lillian Williams composed it. Frances Fabrice wrote it out.
Yeah, so like everybody were now like, oh, this is not the next thing for Nigeria. But now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has come to defend it. So let's say the story.
Defending himself.
President Bola Tinubu has defended the government decision to reintroduce the old national anthem Nigeria We Hail Thee, stating that it was a priority for him. The president caused controversy by signing a bill that reinstated the former national anthem. The move had sparked widespread outrage among Nigerians, who criticized it as a misplaced priority, given the country's dire economic situation, exacerbated by Tinubu's policies of fuel subsidy removal and floating of the naira, which has led to hardship. So the lamentations of Nigeria now is that even with everything that is going on in the country, your own priority is changing the national anthem.
Why you were reading,
and the president said it is like his priority to change it. Is the one in power.
Why you were reading the body of the news,
okay,
and I heard President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said it is his priority. So definitely the well-being of the poor masses is not your priority. Because if it is your priority, you came in office May 29, 2023. A year is gone. We keep on lamenting every day. There is increase in food, increase in fuel, increase in whatever transportation, increase in everything in Nigeria. That we even the only thing I would say is our breathing. I did mean we pay money to actually breathe. Many of Nigerians would have died by now.
Yeah.
So our well-being is not your priority. So the number one priority that you have is the national anthem, which is not supposed to be.
I think President Bola Tinubu to have said his priorities change the national anthem. He believes he needs to lay the foundation. Like everybody should get used to the wordies in the national anthem. Are you getting it?
I am not getting, because this thing is kind of confusing. Now, the old new national anthem is 3 stanzas. And we know how long it took some people to actually. Now, with the only mistake that he did, I would have supported it. That I would have said yes, it is his priority. Is that when he signed this old new national anthem into bill, he should have said the House of Senate, House of Representatives, all the governors, everybody should sing it. We should see it on national TV. After singing, if we see that yes, they can, because 3 stanzas. When I actually sang it from the beginning to the end, it took me 1 minute 20 seconds. Now both those that are in the House of Representatives, we had one that was told to recite the national pledge.
Okay.
He could not recite the national pledge. If you are in the House of Representatives, you cannot recite the national pledge. How would you be able to recite 3 stanzas of the old new national anthem?
This national anthem, like the one that has become old one now, I think even like in schools, you will still see some students that they can't even recite it.
They are still chewing their mouth.
They can't recite it. Talk less of this new one. Well, there is nothing we can do. So the deed has been done already. It is now left to Nigerians and everybody to get used to the system.
There is nothing we can do about it.
Of Nigeria. So we need to get used and learn it.
We need to get used.
We are learning it already.
It's not up. I know it already.
I'm very sure you are going to teach Adediwura also. Well, the next one we have here is Tinubu signed the Access to Higher Education Act 2023 into law. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu signed the Access to Higher Education Act 2023 into law on June 12, 2023 to enable indigent students to access interest-free loans for their educational pursuits in any Nigerian tertiary institution. But before we deliberate on this, we need to go on a short break of our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial break, and that is our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas. In case you need anything that is originally and non-alcoholic,
let me list
made of Abba mixture. So
Wait.
this is where you
Let
get
me list
correct
them
one.
out.
So we have them in varieties.
Nokpa Abba mixture,
Okay.
Abba Co, Abba tonic, Abba bitters, Abba flusher, and we have the Abba bitters in Abba energy powder.
Okay.
So whatever you need, you can just call the number 070110108549 or send a DM.
Yes, thank you. I know you are doing that right now. And back to the story, the first one we addressed was that President Bola Tinubu, Nigerians were asking him that, is that not a misplaced priority for you to change national anthem to the old one, which was composed by a foreign woman? Is that supposed to be? So guys, let's know your view, let's know your opinion in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think the decision that the president of Nigeria is taking is a misplaced priority? If it is, let us know your view. And please, just be, how will I say it? Just give your view. Let's know your view.
Be blunt with your view. Let's know your own opinion. Let's know how it feels in your body when you heard that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria changed the national anthem to an old one, not even that somebody composed a new one.
And my question also that I want you viewers also to answer in the comment section is that, hope you are learning the new one now, the old new one. Are you learning it? So that you can as well train your children. Okay. Well, the next one I'm seeing here is Tinubu signed the Access to Higher Education Act into law. Yeah, that was in 2023, June 12th, that he signed the student loan scheme that, this is going to enable Nigerian students to have access to education.
You see, when he came on board, if this was to be the first thing on his agenda, I would have commended him. I would have given him kudos that yes, he wanted all the youth in Nigeria to actually go to school. But now, after changing the face of Nigeria at large, after putting us in disarray, we have a lot of students. Okay, now the loan that they want to give to them is just to cover their school fees. Will I take loan to cover my food expenses, my transportation, and every other this thing? That is according to what they said. It will cover only their school expenses. You want to buy book, you want to pay your school fees. It won't be the one that you won't collect the loan and use it to pay your house rent. You won't collect the loan and use it to buy food to start eating. You won't do that. And again, it is limited to some certain schools, some certain students, of which it is not supposed to be. Everybody is students, regardless of whatever institution you go to.
Yeah. And now, the first stage of the scheme, related to what you just said now, only students from federal institutions, university, polytechnics, and colleges are eligible to apply.
Not even state.
But now, federal government has extended it
to states.
Because yes, we have the record that 336 state institutions listed as 60,000 registered. So the federal government has extended the student loan scheme to state tertiary institutions across the country. The managing director of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Dr. Akintunde Soya, who disclosed this in Abuja on Thursday, explained that the students in the state institutions could apply for the loan facility when the second phase of the scheme commences on June 25.
It's actually a good one, and again, I love the fact that it is not immediately you graduate from school, you can actually refund the money. Yeah. You will go for your service corps, that's NYSC, after finishing 2 years after. So they believe without 2 years you should have started doing one thing or the other. But if unfortunately you could not get a job after the second year, you can go to court and sign an affidavit that I have not gotten a job, that is why I have not paid the loan I actually borrowed.
There was a news that came out last week, and one person was saying that this student loan scheme, it is in form of enslaving Nigerian students.
You can't say.
Why would students take up a loan to clear their bills in school, and after you graduate and after the service also, you will still be indebted to pay back the money?
That is why it is not a compulsory.
What I would have suggested is that federal government should have made the first, second year free education for students. Yes, so far they have the ability and they are capable to sponsor these people that will be taking up loans.
Let me call
like
you,
from different institutions.
Let me call you the name you used to, the way you used to introduce yourself. Toyosi Adeshina.
It can never be possible.
I am calling you. If it is free education, everybody should have access to education. Obafemi Awolowo introduced free education, and ever since then, did you see any school, federal government school, even their salary, their tuition fee is skyrocketing?
Yeah.
So just even see that notion of free education, erase it from your mindset.
No, you can't say I should erase it. Like, this is a new era.
Okay. Whereby they are changing the anthem.
This is a new regime of the president of Nigeria.
President Bola Ahmed
Tinubu. We are urging you that you should please, you can as well pass the bill to make education free. So, yes, like for the first, second year of students. Imagine a student that just got admission into any institution. Like, and it doesn't, maybe probably the person doesn't have the money to sponsor himself, or the parent doesn't have the money. He would have to take up a loan from the first year till the last year.
Do you think
if we should accumulate all the loan taken by him, it's going to be a huge amount of money whereby we have to pay it back.
Do you think the present government out there, led by the Tinubu administration, do you think free education is feasible?
We can't say. Anything can happen.
With what actually happened in the first year?
We still cannot say.
I love the fact that your hope is high. I love the fact that your hope is high. So let's keep the hope. Let's keep it high. It's good to be
optimistic about everything in Nigeria. It's good to be optimistic.
The way we are optimistic when the full subsidy was removed. It will come down in the next 3 months. A year is gone.
President Bola Tinubu has said that you guys should keep calm. Everything will be back to normal. And Nigerian economy will be a very thriving one that other foreigners will start saying that they want to invest in the country. So we are hoping and looking forward to that positive answer.
Your hope will not be dashed.
Sure, it will not. So the continuation is that data from regulatory agencies' website indicates that no fewer than 336 state tertiary institution students in the country, comprising universities, colleges of education, and technical colleges, would benefit from the scheme. NEDFund opened its application portal in the first phase of the registration exercise, which started on May 24. The first phase accepted applications from federal tertiary institutions, but now, June 25th, this month, they are going to start the second phase, which is going to enable the state institution also.
The first phase was enjoyed by 1.2 million students.
So let's just.
What's the second phase? Okay, no problem.
Let's just wait and see.
It's a work.
And also there is this news that came out today that federal government said foreign students, like Nigerian students that are based in abroad, maybe they go there to school, they are not eligible.
Why would I take loan when I can afford abroad?
You know, there was a there was a news whereby America people are saying that they want to send back some Nigerian students to the country because they were unable to pay their school fees.
And they come back to the country.
These students, they were affected because of the fall in Naira.
If they come back to the country, that they return them back to Nigeria, obviously they are not going to continue their education from there. Is it that they register for a new course here?
But do you think those people are willing to come back to Nigeria?
And if they are not willing to come back, they can drop out of there and start doing something else, or they can actually see. That is why. That is why it is. No, that is why.
Be a special advisor to President Bola Ahmed.
That is why it is school. You can choose to drop out, or you can choose to take leave of absence. Leave of absence can extend for how many, as long as you want to take it for. So when you go and work and earn what you want, okay, now it has affected our Naira. The fall in Naira has affected them to pay. What would they do? They don't want to come back home. Then is it that they take one option? Is it that you come back to Nigeria, or you stay there, also and make money and finish your education once and for all?
Yeah, you are right, but let me just say, like, you don't want to give them any motivational speech.
Sorry.
That you guys should be hopeful that.
Sorry, hopeful. Okay, Toyosi Adesina said I should say you should be hopeful. Don't worry.
You can't just tell them to drop out. No.
Sorry, don't drop out. I'm sorry, don't drop out.
That's why I said they should appoint you to be the special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because any decision he takes also like this, it is always ash. So the requirement for those that are eligible to take this loan is that you must be a Nigerian student, like an indigene. You must be an indigene. You must also not have defaulted on any previous loans. Maybe you've taken loan before and you've not been able to pay up, so you are not entitled to this particular student loan scheme. And also, any previous loans or being found guilty or exam malpractice, felony or drug offenses, also those people like that also are not eligible also to do what? To take up this loan. So the last story I have here is about entertainment. So now we have someone that, okay, well, let me just say, Portable, we're not Portable to be a very stubborn person. So Portable now has someone that is backing him up, the Banj. The Banj in a tweet, in an interview, said, Portable is doing the way I used to do. Whenever I feel something, whenever I get inspiration, I call Don Jazzy immediately, and then we drop a track the following morning. So that is what the band is saying, that he likes the way Portable is doing and he appreciates him for who he is, even despite the fact that there are some people and some fans in Nigeria that will say, they don't like the way Portable is doing. But there is no how, you cannot please everybody. So you just have to be neutral. Do what you know how to do. Don't try to please anybody. Who will love you, and who will not love you, will not love you. So well, this is where we are going to be putting STOP stop on today's episode of Let's Talk. Until next time, we'll be coming your way. I remember humble self, Toyosi Adesina and Odo Adelere. Thank you for joining me in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
And to you viewers, please let us know your opinion in the comment section. Do you think the President of Nigeria changing the national anthem is a misplaced priority? Let us know your view in the comment section. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media accounts at Wisdom Yard Online TV. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Please follow us bumper to bumper. We appreciate you and we pray that you will all live long, and wherever you are taking the money, you will never run low. So until next time, we are saying bye for now.
ẹ mà tún kó ojúmọ́ lórí igun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáyé nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ tí ń wò wá lórí ìkànnì tẹ́ fẹ́ràn jù àmóhùnmáwòrán Wisdom Yard Television. Àwa náà ní afẹ́tí lókàrà bí ajẹ́rẹ́ kí ọlọ́run ọba mi níjẹ́bẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ìkànnì yìí ó káàkiri, ó tagbá lé, ó tagbá ko. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yín kan, ètò ìjíròrò lètò pẹ̀lú èmi ọmọ yín Ambassador Rotimi Orílùà. Ọmọ wòlíì obìnrin lèmi, èmi lọ ní kíkẹ́ ọní títẹ̀ oníṣẹ́jọ́jọ́ lálẹ́ lágbára ọmọlóbì mọ̀ṣọ́ ọmọlóbì yìí àrèjúgùn, èmi lọ́mọ òsì àṣìṣẹ́ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún ọmọ amúdàsílẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀rùn tún ní ṣètò náà tún gbogbo ẹ̀rùn ìpani lásìṣẹ́. Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yín kan ètò. Ṣáájú ọlọ́run ọba mi ìbàrẹ̀ o, àpá ńlá tó solé ayérò ẹ̀mí àwọn wòlíì kìnní wọn ẹ̀yà Júdà, àpá ńlá tó solé ayérò ọba àwọn ọba tí kò yípadà, ọba tó lọ́gán ní kése, ọba tó jẹ́ pé dáadáa ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ló wà, ọba tó pa wá mọ́ tó mú wa la ògbólógbò oṣù márùn já láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Ọdún yìí ti dá sí méjì báyà ti wà nínú oṣù kẹfà, èní ni ọjọ́ kìíní nínú oṣù kẹfà ọdún ya 2024. ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pọ̀pọ̀ òjò ló ti rọ̀ tí ilẹ̀ ti fi gún. Ọlọ́run ọba mi ò ṣe ti èmi àtìrẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, kì í ṣe pé akúkú fi ń yọ̀ wọ́n, àfi ń gbé yíyọ Ọlọ́run ọba mi ga nínú ayé mi àti nínú ayé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí. Ọlọ́run ọba mi ò mà ṣe o, nítorí pé ó wù ọ́ nínú àánú rẹ̀ ló ṣe dá wa sí. Bó bá dá wa sí mọ́ ń kọ́ kí la fẹ́ ṣe, níbo la bá wà títí dọjọ́ òní. Kò sí ní tá a lè ṣe, ṣùgbọ́n ó wù ọ́, nítorí pé ó wù ọ́ òun náà la ṣe mú ọpẹ́ wá lówùúrọ̀ yìí. Ẹ wo, ẹ pé àwọn ènìyàn yín kẹ́ gbé àpèrè yín kẹ́ wá nǹkan fìdílé àbí kẹ́ fìdílé nǹkan, nítorí pé kókó tá a fẹ́ yànnàná lónìí ó ṣeé ṣe ká parí ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ lè ṣeé ṣe ká má lè parí rẹ̀. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ilé iṣẹ́ tó ṣe agbátẹrù ètò yìí, àwọn náà ni Wisdom Yard Nigeria Limited. Àwọn ni wọ́n ń ṣe nọ̀pá bábítà, nọ̀pá bá mixture, nọ̀pá aba tonic, nọ̀pá aba flusher, nọ̀pá aba kùlù àti bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ wo, ìlera lóògùn ọrọ̀, ara kòkó jànjàn tá ń lò káàkiri, ó nílò ká tọ́jú ìlera. Bá a bá ṣe ń tọ́jú owó náà ni ká tọ́jú ìlera, nítorí pé bára bá dáhùn nígbà míì ojú a máa ti owó a máa tẹ́ ó dáa ká tètè tọ́jú ìlera wa ká jẹun tó dáa lásìkò tá a rí pé ebi ń pa wá kì í ṣe pé ká wá máa tọ́jú owó ká sọ pé a fẹ́ kọ́lé inú ẹja tọ́jú inú wa ká sì tọ́jú ìlera ara wa àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gá àgbà pátápátá ọ̀gá àgbà ìkànnì amóhùnmáwòrán yìí àwọn náà ni Dr. Prince Adeleke Noah Oshin àwọn ènìyàn pè wọ́n ní àjàlá kùsàǹgbà wọn ní transformer fáwọn bọ́ìsì àtàwọn gẹ̀ẹ́sì tí ó dà pé kò síná ládùúgbò wọn ọ̀gá takuntakun ni wọ́n gbogbo ìgbà lọ̀gá yìí fi máa ń ṣe alátìlẹ́yìn wa ọ̀gá mi alágbára ọlọ́run ọba mi elédùà bí ọwọ́ ti máa ń yọ jorí bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ ti máa ga ju àwọn ọ̀tá yín lọ láṣẹ ọlọ́run ọba mi Èdùmàrè òkè wo kí ló tá a fẹ́ sọ lónìí ó náà ní ṣíṣẹ́gun òmìrán ìgbéyàwó òmìrán ìgbéyàwó wo láti pilẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wá nígbà tí ọlọ́run ọba mi dá ìgbéyàwó nínú ọgbà Édẹ́nì ẹni àkọ́kọ́ tí ọlọ́run ọba mi dá òun náà ni Ádámù gbogbo wa náà la mọ̀ tán yẹn nígbà tó dá Ádámù tán ó mú gbogbo ẹranko wá síwájú Ádámù láti sọ lórúkọ Bíbélì sọ pé Ádámù kò sì rí tirẹ̀ yẹn pé òun wá ẹni tó dàbí tòun fúnra ara òun kò rí ọlọ́run ọba mi wá wòye pé àbí ń bá tètè ṣe olùrànlọ́wọ́ fún ọmọkùnrin ó ṣeé ṣe kọ́mọkùnrin kó lọ máa fẹ́ ẹranko kó máa dàpọ̀ mọ́ ẹranko ọlọ́run ọba mi wá kan Ádámù lórí ìdìkà ó sì fa Éfà jáde nígbà tó fa Éfà jáde ọlọ́run ọba mi fún wọn ní àwọn àṣẹ kan èyí tí ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n pẹ́ kánrin kése nínú ọgbà yìí àwọn gbogbo igi gbogbo igi èso tó wà níbi igi tó mú èso lọ́wọ́ gbogbo rẹ̀ lẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ ni mo pa á láṣẹ fún yín kẹ́ ẹ máa tọ́jú ọgbà yìí kẹ́ ẹ sì máa jẹun tó wù yín nígbà náà kò sí ìlà yìí ló mà sí lásìkò náà inú níbí ni ò mà sí ìwà burúkú ìwà ọ̀daràn ìpànìyàn kò sí àmọ́ igi kan bẹ tó dàbí òmìrán fún ìgbéyàwó yẹn igi yẹn bẹ láàrin ọgbà pé èyí ń gan lẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ kàn òmìrán kan wá dìde ta ní òmìrán yẹn ni pé ọ̀tá ìgbéyàwó ọ̀tá ìtẹ̀síwájú ọ̀tá oríire ó wá dìde ó wá lọ bá ọmọbìnrin wò ó ìtọ́lọ́run ọba mi ní kó o má jẹun kí lọ ọlọ́run ọba mi ló ṣe gan ọba ni ọlọ́run ọba sọ pé ńjọ́ tí n bá ti jẹ́ ojú mi yóò là àpé n ó kú ọ ní irọ́ lọ́lọ́run ọba mi ń pa ọba òkè irọ́ ní ń pa bọ́ ọba ilé jẹ́ ó rí pójú rẹ̀ là ó sì ní kú mọ́ òmìrán kan nù òmìrán ìgbéyàwó kan nù mo rò pé gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀ ti mọ ibi tí mò ń lọ lónìí pé kò sí bí ọlọ́run ọba ṣe ọ̀dẹ́ nígbéyàwó bí ọkọ àtìyàwó ṣe wà tí òmìrán ò ní dìde nínú ìdílé yẹn wọ́n sì jẹ ọmọbìnrin oúnjẹ ojú rẹ̀ là lóòótọ́ ó rí pé òun wà ní ìhòhò ń gbọ́ ọkọ rẹ̀ dé ọba sọ fọ́kọ rẹ̀ pé ó rí ní tí mo rí ntí mo mọ̀ líre sọ́ọ́rí ọ̀tá ni ejò afàyàfà ni ọmọ wa bá mi ó ní igi tọ́lọ́run ọba mi ní ká má jẹun tó sọ pé bá a bá ilé jẹ́ báwa yóò kú wọ́n rò pé ikú ara ni ọlọ́run ọba mi sọ wọ́n mọ̀ pé ikú ẹ̀mí lọ́lọ́run ọba mi sọ pé o mọ̀mọ̀ jẹ́ igi náà ìmọ̀ kú ṣèbó rí pé mọ̀mọ̀ jẹ́ sọ igi ní ìmọ̀ kú o rí pé mò ń wò ọkọ mi àyìn ní òun náà wò pé ọ̀kú kẹ àyìn nígbà lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ̀yìn kò ní choice yóò gbà nítorí pé olólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ni àwọn ọ̀sẹ̀ gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ń gbọ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ tán òun náà jẹ́ lójú rẹ̀ làwọn bá rí pòun òkú èròǹgbà tiwọn náà ni pé ọlọ́run ọba mi ń sọ pé ọlọ́run ọba mi ń purọ́ lójú tiwọn lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ̀yìn wọ́n rí pé àwọn wà ní ìhòhò wọ́n sì dáṣọ igi ọ̀pọ̀tọ́ wọn fi bora wọn bẹ̀ ń kọ́ là ń lọ ibi tá ń lọ rè ṣíṣẹ́gun òmìrán ìgbéyàwó ọjọ́ tó ti pinnu láti gbéyàwó ń làwọn òmìrán kan ti dìde bó ṣe gbéyàwó sílẹ̀ àwọn òmìrán kan dìde tí ò ní jẹ́ kí gbéyàwó ń kó ṣe àṣeyọrí bí òmìrán ń ṣe dìde dúró tó dúró ti Ádámù àti Éfà tí ò jẹ́ kán ṣe àṣeyọrí tí wọ́n fi lé wọn jáde kúrò nínú ọgbà Édẹ́nì tí wọ́n lé wọn sínú ayé ọlọ́run ọba mi wá fègún lé tó ẹ́ pé ègún náà ò parẹ́ títí dòní ó ní ìwọ obìnrin ó ṣeéṣe ìwọ ọkùnrin ó ṣeéṣe yìí ó ní aya mi ni ìwọ aya náà ó ṣeéṣe yìí ó ní ejò mọ̀ ní ejò ọ̀dà láti òní lọ́ọ́ máa fàyà rẹ̀ fà njó lẹ ti rí tẹ́jọ́ dìde dúró tí ń rìn rí kò sí àṣẹ ọlọ́run ọba mi ni nítorí pé àti pilẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ní nǹkan yìí ti wá ńgbà tó wá kọjú sọmọbìnrin ó ní wò ó lóyún o ṣùgbọ́n nínú ìrora nínú gbígbin nínú wàhálà ẹ rí pé ẹ̀yin obìnrin lónìí ẹ jẹ́ ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń lọ labour room ṣé ẹ máa ń rẹ́rìn lọ labour room ni ẹ nínú títa nínú ríro nínú ìlà ìlò lẹ́fín wọ labour room wọ́n wá kọjú sọmọ ọmọkùnrin òun ẹ̀bẹ́ rí báyìí òmìrán ìdílé tó dúró tì wọ́n tí wọ́n kọ̀ láti ṣẹ́gun òun ló dá gbogbo ayé sí làálàá lónìí tí gbogbo ayé wa ń wá kiri lónìí tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fẹ́ gbàdúrà gbàkúdórógbó sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí wọ́n fẹ́ kú lórí ogun ayé orí ogun ọ̀tá orí ogun ìdílé bàbá ogun ìdílé ìyá ogun orogún òmìrán ọjọ́ náà lọ́run ló dá gbogbo wàhálà òun lẹ̀ ìwọ ọmọkùnrin wò ó ègún èṣùṣù ni ó máa wò fún ọ jẹ nítorí pé nínú ìlàágùn rẹ ló máa jẹ ègún wà ń bẹ síbẹ̀ sí àtún wá ń fẹ́ kírú ègún bẹ́ẹ̀ kó tún wọnú ìdílé wa bàbá ilé lágbára láti ṣẹ́gun òmìrán ègún wọn máa tẹ̀síwájú ni ẹ wò ó ẹgbọ́ àwọn òmìrán wo gan ni máa ń bẹ nígbà tí ọkọ àtìyàwó bá ti gbéyàwó sẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé ayé ti destiny wọn pé lábẹ́ àkóso bó ti wù kó rí obìnrin ò ní dúró lẹ́nu ọ̀nà ilé wọn ọmọkùnrin kan jò ní àpàdé níbi program kan níbi tí wọ́n pè mí sí tí wọ́n ti ní kí n wá dá wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọmọkùnrin òun náà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ experience tiẹ̀ olóhùn gbéyàwó kìíní despite pé ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run lòun ìyàwó òun fúnra ara rẹ̀ lọ́kàn déédé kẹ́rù tó dẹ̀ jáde ńlé òun sì ti gbàdúrà lórí ogun yìí torí pé ogun ń ja bàbá òun pọ̀ bàbá òun fúnra ara rẹ̀ òye orí ìyàwó keje lóyún ìyàwó ti dúró lẹ́nu ọ̀nà bàbá wọn á kàn bí ẹyọ kan gbogbo wọn sì bá tiwọn lọ ńgbà tó òun tún ṣe òun gbàdúrà bóyá ó lè padà wá lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn òun rí pé ìyàwó ti lọ fẹ́ babaláwo ó sì ti bẹ̀ sí ń sabiyamọ́ ńlẹ̀ babaláwo ẹ gbọ́ ìyàwó téèyàn fẹ́ ní iṣu lọ́kà tó sì bá babaláwo lọ sí èèyàn wà á dúró pé ìyàwó yóò tún ronú pé ìwàdà yóò padà wá ní ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tún ó lóun tún gbé ìyàwó kejì ayé sì ń wò gẹ́ bí ẹ̀gàn àti àbùkù nítorí pé òmìnira kan ti dìde dúró nínú ilé wọn obìnrin tó gbẹ̀mí lẹ́nu bàbá wọn tó dá ìrìn àjò ìgbéyàwó bàbá wọn rú òmìnira náà tó transfer rẹ̀ sórí ọmọ pé kó máa bọ́mọ náà yìí torí pé wọn bàbá kọ̀ láti ṣẹ́gun òmìrán yìí àwa di transfer àwọn abẹ ẹ má gbàgbé Ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè sọ nínú ìwé mímọ́ pé a ó bẹ̀sẹ̀ bàbá wò lára ọmọ láti ìran kìíní dé ìran kejì dé ìran kẹta bí ìran kẹta bá lójú ẹ̀mí tí Ọlọ́run sí wọn lójú ẹ̀mí láti rí pé ogun tó ń jà wọ́n yìí ó gbọ́dọ̀ tán lórí tòun ńgbà tó dé ibì kan wo a bẹ̀sẹ̀ bàbá wò lára ọmọ àwa ń bẹ̀sẹ̀ bàbá rẹ̀ òmìrán yìí wá ń transfer sórí àwọn ọmọ yìí ó lóun tún gbéyàwó kejì ìyàwó kejì náà tún bímọ ẹyọ kan òun kàn lọ síbi iṣẹ́ ìrànṣẹ́ ńjọ́ náà nígbà tóun ìdílé lòun rí pé gbogbo ilé ti mọ́ ọ̀pálẹ̀ gbogbo ẹrù mọ́ ó sì gbọ́mọ lẹ̀ ọmọ tí ò tí ì ju ọmọ ọdún kan àbọ̀ lọ ó sì gbélẹ̀ pé kóun tún máa bá yìí òun wò pé òun lọ rí òkè káàkiri kí ni gbogbo eléyìí ogun tó gbẹ̀mí lẹ́nu ìgbéyàwó bàbá òun náà tún lè ń gbó dorí ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kẹta ó bá takú ti Jésù lọ́rùn ó takú tọlọ́run ọba mi lọ́rùn pé òmíràn yìí lórí tèmi ó dórí mi ó parí ó dórí mi gbogbo ogun tí ń ja ìdílé mi òun náà bá gbàdúrà orí ìyàwó kẹta ni ọmọ ti dúró lógun yìí ti sẹ́ lórí ọmọkùnrin ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run alààyè tọ́lọ́run sì ń lò púpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn ń wo bí ẹ̀gàn àti àbùkù nítorí pé wọ́n ti rí ọjọ́ ọ̀la rẹ̀ wọ́n ti mọ tí ìránṣẹ́kùnrin yìí máa dà ni wọ́n ṣe gbé òmìrán sínú ìdílé rẹ̀ ẹ wo kí n tó tẹ̀síwájú ẹ má jẹ́ àgbàgbé pé iléeṣẹ́ kan ló ṣe agbátẹrù ètò gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ àwọn náà ni Wisdom Yard Nigeria Limited àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe nàpa ababita nàpa abaku nàpa abaflusher àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe agbátẹrù ètò yìí à ń bọ̀ mo fẹ́ dé abala ìpolówó ọjà àmójú ẹ̀rọ mi bá ń gbé òkè mò ń bọ̀ mi ò tí ì dé.
bí mo bá ti kú kò yí Ọlọ́run nípò padà.
ìbílẹ̀ mélòdì kan confam ẹ o nọpa abamisọ ni ẹ máa mú eléyìí náà lábọ́ọ̀lì kìíní o ẹ ṣàlùkò yẹn fún ẹ ó ti ṣe kí ni mo gbé bọ́ọ̀dì gbogbo mi ti máa lọ màá tún kọrin from one place to another place ẹrù kò easy mo lọ mẹ́rin márùn-ún kílẹ̀ tó mọ́ mo bá ti di lẹ́sìn ara mi á ti ṣe àtúnṣá bàbá nọpa.
bí ó bá sí wọ kò sóhun tí mo lè ṣe.
Nọpa for management of power.
ẹ káàbọ̀ padà láti abala ìpolówó ọjà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí mò ń sọ lọ òmìrán ìgbéyàwó báwo la ṣe lè ṣẹ́gun òmìrán ìgbéyàwó ọjọ́ tó ti gbéyàwó lòmìrán kan ti dìde ẹlòmíì wọ́n ti sọ pé kò ní lọ́kọ láyé kò ní bímọ láyé ń gba Ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè bá tún jàjà ṣe ọ wá lọ́kọ láyé ọdún kìíní mọ̀ kọjá lọ wọn ọ̀jẹ̀ rọmọ bí òmìrán ni o òmìrán ìgbéyàwó ọdún keje lọ wọn ọ̀jẹ̀ rọmọ bí ọdún kẹta lọ wọn ọ̀jẹ̀ rọmọ bí wọ́n máa ń gba orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run láti ṣẹ́gun irú òmìrán bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn òmìrán kan wà tá a gbọ́dọ̀ gbàdúrà sí kẹ ọkọ àtaya dẹ̀rẹ́ àbílẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn méjèèjì sì parapọ̀ wọ́n di ẹyọ kan wọn kì í ṣe méjì mọ́. àwọn ibi tí àìlóye ti máa ń wọnú ìgbéyàwó ńgbà míì náà ni wípé kọ́kọ́ ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ kí aya ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí lè fún òmíràn ìgbéyàwó lágbára láti máa gbèrú sí láti máa fẹ̀ sí nínú ilé yẹn. ṣe é rí ńgbà tí àwọn méjèèjì bá parapapọ̀ tí wọ́n fohùn ṣọ̀kan láti gbàdúrà ogun tí wọ́n ń pè ní òmíràn ìgbéyàwó tí ò ní jẹ́ kí ìgbéyàwó yẹn kó dé èbúté ayọ̀ á máa ṣẹ́ nítorí pé ìmọ̀ wọn ṣe ọ̀kan. bíbélì gan sọ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ó ní ẹni méjì á lè rìn láì jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan bí. ẹ ti jọ pawọ́ papọ̀ ẹ ti jọ dára kan náà the two shall be one forever and ever and ever and ever. bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti rí tí two bá dẹ̀ ti ń pínyà tí wọ́n ti parapọ̀ tí wọ́n dẹyọ kan tí ẹyọ kan yẹn tún padà pínyà tí wọ́n di méjì padà tí ìyá ń gbé lọ́tọ̀ tí bàbá ń gbé lọ́tọ̀ wàhálà tí wọ́n nú ìgbéyàwó nítorí pé àwọn mìíràn kan dúró pé òkè bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ẹ ti gbéyàwó ẹ ti gbọ́kọ o ti lọ́kọ o ti níyàwó ẹ ti bímọ ọ̀dà kò burú wo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá ṣe àṣeyọrí lórí àwọn ọmọ yẹn àwọn tí wọ́n ń pè lómìíràn nìyẹn. òmìíràn póríṣiríṣi gbọ́ ńgbà míì irọ́ nínú ìgbéyàwó òmìíràn ni o kọ́kọ́ purọ́ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ àbí káyà purọ́ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ òmíràn ni o nítorí pé àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí ní ọ̀tá máa ń rí nígbà míì tó máa ń ṣílẹ̀kùn fún ọ̀tá tá fún lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti wọnú ilé láti máa ja ilé yẹn lógun. ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ pawọ́ papọ̀ àwọn àkọ́kọ́ tẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́ ṣe náà ni pé kẹ́ ẹ fi ìmọ̀ ṣe ọ̀kan kí ẹ̀yin méjèèjì má ṣe parọ́ fúnra yín. ọ̀kan ń lọ síkọ̀ ìyàwó mi mò ń lọ síkọ̀ ká sì bá bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyàwó ń lọ síbàdàn ọkọ mi mò ń lọ síbàdàn ká sì bá bẹ́ẹ̀ ohun àkọ́kọ́ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lè trust ara yín. kí ni wọ́n ń pè ní trust ní èdè abínibí ẹ̀yẹn ni pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lè fi inú tán ara yín kẹ́ ẹ má ṣe fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ẹ̀mí èṣù láti wo àárín yín láti da àárín yín rú. lótìtọ́ ọkọ lè níwà tiẹ̀ nígbà míì kíyàwó níwà tiẹ̀ nígbà míì ẹ máa ń gbé wa ilé baba yín sílẹ̀ gbéyàwó ìwà ilé ìyá yín sílẹ̀ nígbà tẹ́ ẹ bá ti pàdé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pàdé yẹn ẹ fi inú òtítọ́ kẹ́ ẹ fi bára yín lò. bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fi inú òtítọ́ bára yín lò ó máa ń ṣòro fún òmíràn ìgbéyàwó láti farahàn níbẹ̀. bí wọ́n tiẹ̀ ń wá bíbélì sọ pé wọ́n á yọ sí wa lọ́nà kan ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n á sá níwájú wa lọ́nà méje nítorí pé wọ́n ti rí ìrẹ́pọ̀ tó wà láàrin ẹ̀yin méjèèjì. nígbà tẹ́yin méjèèjì bá sì pawọ́ papọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ parapọ̀ láti gbàdúrà lórí ogun kan ogun yẹn á máa ṣẹ́ nítorí pé ìmọ̀ yín ti ṣe ọ̀kan á máa tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ òmíràn ìgbéyàwó láti máa intervene. òtítọ́ inú ohun àkọ́kọ́ nù. òtítọ́ inú kẹjọ fi òtítọ́ inú bára yín lò kẹ má ṣe purọ́ fún ara yín. èkejì òun náà ni wípé ọ̀rẹ́ ńgbà míì a máa sọra rẹ̀ di òmíràn nínú ìgbéyàwó. ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ ilé ìfún yín. ọmọbìnrin kan wà tí máa ń lóyún oyún a sì máa bàjẹ́ a máa lóyún oyún a sì máa bàjẹ́ a máa sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ mo mà ti lóyún lẹ́yìn ọdún kẹjọ tọmọbìnrin yìí ti wà nílé ọkọ a máa ní miscarry ní gbogbo ìgbà ó tiẹ̀ ti sún ọkọ rẹ̀ ti fẹ́ máa tasẹ̀ àgẹ̀rẹ̀ láti nọsẹ̀ síta. kí ló dẹ̀ fà á nítorí pé ẹni tó fi ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ kòríkòsùn ló sọra rẹ̀ dolórí ogun òmíràn nínú ìgbéyàwó yẹn. ọjọ́ kan bí ọmọbìnrin bá ti tún lóyún a lọ sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ mo mà ti lóyún ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ o ti lóyún ọpẹ́ ní fọ́lọ́ ní ìsìn kan máa ṣáájú rẹ̀ o mọ̀ pé àwọn oúnjẹ kan wà tó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ àwọn kan wà tí ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ. ẹ̀fọ́ ní vitamin dáadáa fún olóyún. ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ á ṣe ẹ̀fọ́ fún yóò ṣe ẹ̀fọ́ fún bọ́ bá ti ṣe ẹ̀fọ́ fún ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí náà ò ní mọ̀ ó ti wò pé ọ̀rẹ́ mi kòríkòsùn tó sì mọ tí mò ń là kọjá tó mọ tí mo jẹ́ tó mọ bí tí mo ti dé dúró tó sì jẹ́ pé àwọn méjèèjì ni wọ́n jọ wà lápọn nígbà kan ìwọ sì ti lọ́kọ òun ò tí ì lọ́kọ fòdìdì ọdún bíi mẹ́jọ èyí sì ń wọkọ kiri ọ̀wá rò pé inú rẹ̀ ó dùn sí ìṣeré ìwọ sì wò pé òun pé ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ ni kòríkòsùn. àwọn wo gan ló fi ṣe kòríkòsùn àwọn wo ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ara rẹ̀ fún àwọn wo ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ilé rẹ̀ fún wọn ti gbàgbé pé bó o bá tiẹ̀ lọ́rẹ̀ kòríkòsùn níwọ̀n ìgbà tó o ti fẹ́yàwó ìwọ̀nba làwọn àṣírí rẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ ká ìbọnràn tàbí àṣírí rẹ̀ mọ́ àṣírí ilé rẹ̀ mọ́ láàrin ara rẹ̀ ó wá lọ ń sọ fún ìyàwó ẹgbẹ́ yẹn bá ti tún ṣe ẹ̀fọ́ fún ọba ti ṣẹ̀fọ́ fún láàrin ọjọ́ mélòó kan oyún yẹn ọkàn wálẹ̀ ni abẹ́rẹ́ ó fi àkókò rẹ̀ ṣòfò fún odidi ọdún bíi mẹ́jọ lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ̀yìn ọmọbìnrin wa wọnú àdúrà kì í ṣe pé kì í gbàdúrà náà ṣe mọ̀ pé àdúrà náà yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Bíbélì gan sọ pé láti gba ayé Jòhánù onítẹ̀bọmi níjọba Ọlọ́run ti di àfagbára wọ̀ àwọn alágbára dín sì ń fipá gbà òun náà wá fẹ́ fipá gbà á padà àwọn fẹ́ fipá gba nǹkan rẹ̀ padà lọ́wọ́ òmíràn ìgbéyàwó tó dédé yọjú lójijì ń gbà ó wọnú àdúrà ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run kan wá pé wá ìwọ ọmọbìnrin ogun tí ń jà ogun àìkíyèsára ara ni. Òmíràn kan ń bẹ tó dúró tì ọ́ ńgbà ọba ti lóyún ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ara rẹ̀ fún ta ló ń sọ fún pé o ti lóyún ó ronú lọ sàáyìn ń sọ fún yàn ọkọ mi náà ọ̀rẹ́ kan wà tó o máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ara rẹ̀ fún ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn gangan ọba rántí ọ̀rẹ́ mi ìgbà ìwé ni àjọ wà nílé Ọlọ́run ni àjọ ṣe kwaya ni àjọ ṣe àgbẹ̀ akọrin ni tá a sì tún jọ wà lẹ́gbẹ́ akọrin títí dìsìn tá a ti jọ wà ní ìsìn kí á ti jẹ́ ọdún gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n àṣọ lè jó gan ni olórí ogun ayé mi ẹgbọ́ wọn ní ẹni agbójú okùn lé ọmọ jẹ ní àgbà Yorùbá ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyẹn ni pé ńgbà míì ẹni ọ̀rẹ́ dà kó má ṣe bínú ẹni abínibí a máa dàyàn ọ̀rẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni abínibí bá dàyàn mélòó ọ̀rẹ́ téèyàn ní téèyàn finú tán ọ̀dà ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ìbá sọ fún pé láti òní lọ bọ́ ọba ti tún lóyún má sọ fọ́rẹ́ rẹ̀ mọ́ kó wá wo ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ọmọbìnrin ìdè lóòrò pé a ṣe lóòótọ́ ni ṣó lè jọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi lọ lórí ogun ayé mi ọ̀dà kò burú wọ́n ní má sọ fún mọ́ àmọ́ bọ́ ọba ilé sọ fún náà tẹnu yẹn yá fórótó sọ fún máa ń gbé oúnjẹ kan wá fún ọ oúnjẹ òun tó bá ti gbé wá fún ọ mọ́jọ oúnjẹ òun kò dé oúnjẹ ọ bá ti dọjọ́ kejì tó ti dé oúnjẹ kọ́ wá lọ bí oúnjẹ òun kọ́ lọ sí oúnjẹ òun kò wo ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí oúnjẹ òun ọlóyún lóòtítọ́ ó sì tún lóyún Ọlọ́run tún gbà fún bí Ọlọ́run ti máa ń gbà fún ènìyàn nítorí pé Ọlọ́run ti kọ unlimited ọmọ fún tẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn kan wà ọmọ bíi méjì mẹ́ta lọ́lọ́run ọba mi kọ́ mọ́ wọn bá ti bí bíi méjì wọ́n wá mi títí tọ́jú ọgbó ìdé méjì náà ní àjẹ́ pé bọ́lọ́run ọba bó ṣe wọ Ọlọ́run ọba mi ní ìṣọ̀lá ń bò lóyún ọba tún pe ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ wá mọ̀mọ́ ti tún lóyún Ọlọ́run ọba mi mọ̀ ti ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ bá tún gbéṣe rẹ̀ dé bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn ẹ ti mọ orú orin wọn bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn Ọlọ́run ọba mi ní jẹ́bẹ́ ọba tún gbéṣe rẹ̀ dé lọ́ba ṣe ẹ̀fọ́ ó ṣe ẹ̀fọ́ ló ṣe oríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan tó dáa fún lóyún láti máa jẹ ọba ṣe wá fún ń gbogbo fún yẹn dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ayé jẹ́ lójú mi ní sọ ọmọ wọ̀rí mọ́sẹ̀ jẹun tán ni ńgbà ọba dalẹ̀ tilẹ̀ sú ń wọ ọmú rẹ̀ tí ń sì jẹ ọ̀rẹ́ bá tirẹ̀ lọ ìyún náà gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ wòlíì tí wọ́n ti sọ fún tí wọ́n ti pa láṣẹ pé bọ́bá gbóúnjẹ wá ń ṣe ni kí ọmọ jẹ oúnjẹ òun o mọ́jọ oúnjẹ òun náà bá gbé pamọ́ ńgbà ọdá àárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì tẹ́ èdèdè ẹ̀fọ́ yìí bó ṣe ṣí ọbẹ̀ yìí tó ní kó ń wo ẹ̀fọ́ yìí kí lẹ rò kó bá ń bẹ̀ yín ara lé òmíràn ìgbéyàwó ọ̀dà mo gbàdúrà fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń wò mí Ọlọ́run ọba mi nínú àánú rẹ̀ yóò mọ borí òmíràn ìgbéyàwó jọ̀ọ́ bá mi pín fọ́nrán yìí bá mi share program yìí sí gbogbo ibi tó yẹ kó dé torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń bẹ nínú ìgbèkùn irú tí à ń sọ yìí tí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó fi ṣe kòríkòsùn àkọ́kọ́ àwọn lòmíràn tí ń fi ogun ìgbéyàwó yẹn tó ń fi ń jà ọ́ tí wọ́n ò sì mọ̀ tó sì máa wò pé ọ̀rẹ́ mi ìgbà ìwé ni ilé kan náà ganan ni wọ́n ti jọ bí wa tá a wá múra wa bíi Táyé Kẹ́hìndé tá a tún jọ bára wa dé ìrìn àjò kí lọ́mọbìnrin rí lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ́yìn ń ṣe lórí pé ẹ̀fọ́ yìí ti di egun akàn ẹ̀mọ alákàn kíráàbù lólóyìnbó ń pè ẹ̀fọ́ yìí ó ti di egun akàn ní gbogbo ẹ̀fọ́ yìí di ọwá ń wò ìyẹn ni pé ńgbà tí ọba ti jẹ ẹ̀fọ́ yìí egun akàn ní gbé mì ńgbà ọba ti gbé mì kí ni ìka kan lè ṣe yóò wá gún oyún ńgbà ọba gún oyún nínú oyún wọn wá wálẹ̀ abẹ́rẹ́ nǹkan báyìí ọ̀rẹ́ kòríkòsùn mìíràn ọ̀rẹ́ tó sọ́ra rẹ̀ di òmìrán nínú ìgbéyàwó ó fi àkókò ọmọbìnrin ṣòfò fún odidi ọdún bíi 8 kíni òmìrán tí ń bẹ nínú ìgbéyàwó rẹ̀ lónìí òmìrán ìgbéyàwó apá kìíní wọ́n bá dọjọ́ 8 á mú apá kejì wá sórí ètò yìí jọ torí Ọlọ́run mo bẹ̀ ọ́ bá mi pín fọ́nrán yìí bá mi share rẹ̀ sórí gbogbo àwọn tó wà lórí kọ́ńtàtì rẹ̀ lórí Facebook lórí WhatsApp lórí Instagram lórí Twitter káwọn náà lè kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nínú ohun tí mò ń sọ nítorí pé inú ẹ̀dá jìn ó dá Ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè yóò gba ẹ̀mí àti rẹ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo òmíràn ìgbéyàwó wa kì í dùn kó pọ̀ ṣókí lọ́bẹ̀ oge títí ọjọ́ 8 tá a tún fi fayọ̀ pàdé mo bẹ̀ ọ́ máa wo ìkànnì amóhùnmáwòrán Wisdom Yard Television títí ọjọ́ 8 tá a fi fayọ̀ pàdé orúkọ mi náà kò yí padà ambassador Rótìmórílù Àlèmíjọ ọmọ wòlíì obìnrin aṣojú àlàáfíà ọmọ wọn ló ṣe àṣìṣe ọmọ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún ọmọ amúdàsílẹ̀ gbogbo ẹran tún ní ṣe torí wọn tún gbogbo ẹran pa ní lásìṣẹ títí ọjọ́ 8 tá a tún fi fayọ̀ pàdé ire lójú owó rí ire lójú èmi àtìrẹ yóò máa rí ó dàbọ̀.
hello àní kó káwọn boys ẹ wọ gbóró lọ́jàre wèrè ló dẹ́kun tá a máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ báyìí tá a bá ní ká lo ti system tó dáa tí wọn ò bá dẹ̀ ti gbà. mo ń bọ̀ máa pàdé yín lọ.
ambassador.
bàbá.
àbójú mi ń tàn mí.
bàbá ẹ wo ojú nǹkan mi sà.
ṣé ibi wọn bàjẹ́ nílẹ̀ ni àbókò.
bàbá ilẹ̀ yìí ni o ilẹ̀ ni o ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù ká bá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni o ká bá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ because ẹ sà ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yóò gbójú bọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ o. ẹ wo nǹkan táwọn leaders wa ń ṣe náà ó kàn wá nísìn àárí ẹni tí gbogbo bóró ti bàjẹ́.
wọ̀wọ́ ọ̀tún rẹ̀
gbàgàn wa. bàbá ojú ń kọ́ mi.
kí ni ń kàn ọ lójú orí tí ó gbé ni ní gbáláwo réko ni. kànjú ohun gbogbo ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ fún rere ni ọlọ́run tí òkú sùn sẹ́ẹ̀lì ló ní ọba mi ní òkòkò lérí lójú mi. ìṣẹ́jú kan níbẹ̀ láàrin ikú àti iye ambassador of peace. ẹ̀ ń gbò látògìrì wá ń bá wọn náà ṣàwòsàn kí ló nígbàrú wádé gbígbà ọ̀sẹ̀ ìwọ ambassador aṣojú àlàáfíà ó ti á fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ di bá mi. ọmọ bíi tí gbogbo àwọn aṣíwájú ogun mọ sábà tò sí ń bọ̀ báyà ni a máa ròyìn lágbájá ńkọ́ ńbẹ lẹ́wọ̀n tàmẹ̀dì ńkọ́ ńbẹ lọ́run ọmọ lè yáyọ̀ ambassador Ìbàdàn lọ́gbọ́n jù nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n bá rí pé ohun rere fẹ́ wá tí wọ́n fẹ́ yan aṣíwájú wọn á nírọ́ o ọmọ wa ní òsè inú ọmọ á bí àwọn míì ńgbà bá yànyàn náà pé ńgbà tá a bímọ tó pójú owó tó ṣe rí tó dùn owó tó sì nílẹ̀kẹ̀ ìdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìdí àkólẹ̀kẹ̀ sí a sì á máa mú lẹ̀kẹ̀ wá ìdí ọmọ ẹlòmíì kí ambassador ta ni o rò pé ó lè jágbàánú èmi rẹ.
ẹ̀yin ni bàbá. bàbá ẹ wò ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù ń lù kí ló dé wọ́n tún gbé palliative jáde palliative ò dẹ́ni ìwé ẹ̀ àwọn kan wà ní díẹ̀ wọ́n hàn dẹ̀ epo wọn oúnjẹ wọn everything ìlú yìí ti le jù.
tẹ́tí bẹ̀lẹ̀ di ọmọ gbóhùn ẹnu mi ó ní iye ọba tí mo ti bá lògbà ńlẹ̀ yìí àbí kí n pé president tí mo ti gbọ́njú mọ̀ àwọn tó bá mi ń bẹ̀ àwọn tí mo bá oníkálukú ṣe tiẹ̀ náà ni àlè ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ òye o orí bàbá ọmọ ni òníjọ́ ọmọ okú o ẹ má jìyà ronú kọ́ dàrú kí ló dé mo fẹ́ lè pé ètò jójúlówó àkọ́kọ́ náà ni lórí àtẹ̀bẹ́ẹ̀ kejì tó sojú mi lórílẹ̀‐èdè tọ́jọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tọ́jẹ́ àwọn ìran wa ẹnìkan tí ó wọlé ìbò bẹ́ẹ̀ ń jọun wọ́n lo èdè kan bí inconclusive ni o bí nọ́ọ̀là ṣe kíní kan wọn ọ̀ṣájọ́ wọn ò gbé fún àtìgbà náà látún ti ń dò ó àṣẹ àjẹsìn nígbà tí ẹ̀yà wa èdè bẹ̀ ṣé ò lè ní ṣé pọ̀ wọ́n ni ẹ má fi ìbínú ba tara òkèrè jẹ́ kò ní bàjẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wa o ọ̀rẹ́ mi Àlàdé a ní àfi bímọ lọ ayé ọmọ ni torí mi bàjẹ́ o àfi bímọ lọ ìwọ ńkọ́.
ayé ò ní torí mi bàjẹ́.
ó ti dà èwo ló tó ń bínú sí pé wọ́n kópa mọ́ wọn òjì ọdọ́dọ̀ aráàlú.
palliative ni bàbá.
ẹ̀bùn gbàmọ́ bínú àbí gbàjẹ́ yí ọmọ kù àwarawara mi sì ra wà àwa ara wa náà ni o wọn á ní ẹwà òpóhùn òkú kòkò àwọn èèyàn tí ń bẹ ń di àrò ni ọmẹnu dúró sọmọ pé ìjọba ò ní máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan pé tiẹ̀ rè àwọn aṣojú wa náà wọn máa fi ránṣẹ́ òkú kọ́ dọ́dọ̀ wa àwọn aṣojú wa nílẹ̀ àwọn ní òǹdáná tí ń bẹ ń di àrò ẹnu wọn ò dúró wọn kọ́kọ́ fúnra wọn náà nílọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn fọmọ ẹbí ọmọ ara ntọ́ bá kù wọn á dà òkè ẹ ń bá rí mú ẹni tí ò rí mú wọn fọwọ́ bólẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ni ó gbà wá lọ́wọ́ wọn àkókò lè ṣe pé fún un torí ń gba kálukú ó dìbò náà wọn bẹ̀bẹ̀ wọn rawọ́ bí àwọn bá dépò tán igbá làwọn ó ṣe àwo ni dúdú làwọn ó ṣe funfun ni kálukú sá ti fẹ́ràn ẹnu yàrá ọbẹ̀ sọ ọlọ́rọ̀ sọ. aṣíwájú lọ́tàn mo fi ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ kínú rẹ̀ ó fi rọ ni o ọgbọ́dọ̀ bàbá ń já títì àwọn ọmọ tí inú ń bí tẹ́lẹ̀ o ṣe o.
nọ̀pá lélẹ̀ ẹ̀yin náà gbọ́n gbà ẹ̀.
ntẹ́mi náà fi jẹ́ wò ní tàgbà ní.
èmi náà ń lo kékeré ẹ̀ náà nulẹ̀ tèmi.
bọ́ ṣe gbọdọ̀ rí má lọ ibì kankan báyìí inú ń bí ọ